Waiting is the silent killer of dreams. Every moment you spend hesitating, doubting, or overanalyzing is a moment lost forever. Time does not wait for you to feel ready. It does not pause while you build up your confidence. The world keeps moving, and those who take action will always be ahead of those who wait for the perfect time. Opportunities do not last forever. That job you want, that business idea you keep thinking about, that skill you've been meaning to learn, there is someone else out there willing to take action on it right now. While you hesitate, someone else is making a move. Life does not reward hesitation. It rewards those who step up and claim what they want. The idea of waiting for the right moment is a trap. It's a lie we tell ourselves to justify inaction. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be obstacles, doubts, and reasons to wait. But the people who succeed are the ones who start despite the uncertainty. They understand that clarity and momentum come from action, not waiting. Think about how many times you have delayed something important in your life. How many moments have slipped through your fingers because you were waiting to feel ready? Looking back, you probably realize that the perfect moment never arrived. Instead, you just lost valuable time that could have been used to grow, improve, and achieve. Urgency is the mindset that separates high achievers from those who stay stuck in the same place. When you develop a sense of urgency, you stop making excuses. You stop allowing fear to dictate your actions. Instead, you understand that every second wasted is a step further from your goals. You shift your focus from planning to execution, from dreaming to doing. The most successful people in the world did not get there by waiting. They acted before they felt completely ready. They understood that momentum builds through movement, not through excessive preparation. They knew that waiting for certainty was the fastest way to miss out on opportunities that may never come again. When you operate with urgency, you stop procrastinating on your goals. You take action immediately, understanding that even small steps forward are better than standing still. You stop overthinking, stop doubting, and start doing. And the more you do, the more confident you become. Confidence is not something you wait for, it is something you build through action. Every day you delay is a day you will never get back. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Time will keep moving whether you take action or not. The question is, will you move with it or will you let it pass you by? The comfort zone is a silent trap. It feels safe, predictable, and familiar, but it is also where dreams go to die. When you stay within its limits, you avoid discomfort, but you also avoid growth. Nothing extraordinary happens in a place of ease. Every person who has achieved something great had to step into the unknown, face uncertainty, and push through fear. Fear and hesitation are natural responses when faced with something new. The mind tries to protect you from failure, embarrassment, or discomfort, but that same fear is also a sign that you are on the edge of something important. Growth does not happen when you feel completely prepared. It happens when you take action despite the uncertainty. The greatest breakthroughs come when you push past that initial resistance. People who refuse to leave their comfort zone convince themselves they are playing it safe, but in reality, they are holding themselves back. They watch others progress, wondering why they remain stuck. It is not because they lack potential, intelligence, or opportunity. It is because they are unwilling to take the uncomfortable steps necessary for change. Growth requires risk. It requires moving before you feel ready. When you challenge yourself to step beyond what is comfortable, you start to build resilience. The first few steps may be terrifying, but the more you push yourself, the more capable you become. What once seemed impossible suddenly feels within reach. Your confidence expands, your limits stretch. You realize that fear was never a barrier, it was only an illusion. Most people wait until they feel confident before taking action, but confidence is built through action, not before it. You do not become strong by thinking about lifting weights, you become strong by lifting them. You do not become a great speaker by avoiding the stage. You become great by stepping onto it, shaking, stumbling, and improving. Growth is a process, and discomfort is the price of admission. The greatest regrets in life do not come from the things people tried and failed at. They come from the things they never had the courage to attempt. Playing it safe may feel comfortable in the moment, but years down the road, the pain of missed opportunities will be far greater than the temporary discomfort of taking a risk. The people who grow, evolve, and succeed are the ones who embrace discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce your limitations. Every time you step forward despite the fear, you break them. It is a choice. You can stay in the same familiar cycle, repeating the same days, avoiding the unknown, and wondering why nothing changes. Or you can make a decision to push yourself, to test your limits, and to step into the life you are truly capable of living. The moment you stop seeking comfort and start seeking challenge, everything changes. Growth becomes your new normal. You stop fearing failure and start using it as a tool for learning. You begin to crave the moments that once made you hesitate because you understand that on the other side of that discomfort is the person you were meant to become. Excuses are the chains that keep people stuck in the same place year after year. They sound reasonable, they feel valid, and they provide comfort, but they are nothing more than a way to avoid responsibility. The most dangerous part is that they trick you into believing you have time, that someday you'll start, someday you'll take action, but someday is a lie, and the longer you believe it, the further you drift from the life you truly want. The mind is a master of justification. It will convince you that the timing isn't right, that you need more knowledge, more resources, more confidence before you begin. But those are just illusions. There is never a perfect time, and waiting for one only guarantees that nothing changes. The only thing that creates change is action. You don't need more time, you need more urgency. People who achieve extraordinary results don't have fewer challenges or more advantages. They have fewer excuses. They refuse to let their circumstances define them. They don't wait for motivation or for everything to align perfectly. They act even when they don't feel ready. They understand that momentum is built by moving, not by thinking about moving. Excuses are seductive because they shift the blame away from you. They make it easy to say, I don't have enough time, instead of admitting I haven't prioritized it. They make it easy to say, I'll do it when I'm ready, instead of realizing I'm avoiding discomfort. But every excuse you hold on to is a reason you are not where you want to be. If you don't take control of your actions, your excuses will take control of your future. Fear disguises itself as logic. It convinces you that waiting is the smart choice, that preparation is more important than execution. But preparation without action is procrastination in disguise. The only way to learn is by doing. The only way to get better is by starting, failing, adjusting, and continuing forward. Every excuse you make is just a way to avoid the discomfort of beginning. Look at any successful person and you will see someone who silenced their excuses. They had reasons to wait, reasons to stop, reasons to doubt, but they pushed through anyway. They didn't have more time, they made time. They didn't have more confidence, they built it. They didn't wait for permission, they gave it to themselves. The difference between success and stagnation is not talent or intelligence. It's the willingness to stop making excuses and start taking action. Your dreams don't care about your excuse. Your goals don't wait for you to feel comfortable. Life will keep moving whether you step up or not. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to start. Excuses are easy to make, but the consequences are heavy. Every moment you choose to put things off is a moment you will never get back. There will always be reasons to wait, but none of them will ever be good enough. The only way forward is to take responsibility, to stop justifying inaction, and to recognize that everything you want is on the other side of effort. If not now, then when? Fear is one of the most powerful emotions a person can feel. It grips the mind, paralyzes action, and convinces you to stay where it's safe. But fear was never meant to hold you back. It was meant to prepare you, to sharpen your instincts, to make you more alert and aware. The problem is not fear itself, the problem is how you respond to it. Most people treat fear as a stop sign, but those who succeed see it as a green light. Every great achievement in history was built by people who felt fear and moved forward anyway. Fear is not a sign that you should turn back, it's proof that you're about to do something meaningful. The moments that scare you the most are often the moments that matter the most. When you feel that rush of fear, it's not telling you to stop, it's telling you that you're stepping into something bigger than yourself. People spend their lives avoiding fear, thinking that comfort is the goal, but comfort is the enemy of growth. The most successful people are not fearless, they simply refuse to let fear dictate their actions. They have trained themselves to run toward fear, not away from it. They understand that fear is a compass pointing them in the direction of their greatest potential. Fear creates energy. It heightens awareness, sharpens focus, and increases adrenaline. It's nature's way of preparing you for action. The mistake most people make is letting that energy turn into hesitation instead of power. When you rewire your thinking, you can use fear to push yourself harder, to move faster, to take bold action when others freeze. Think about the moments in life when fear held you back. The chances you didn't take, the conversations you avoided, the opportunities you let slip away. What if instead of retreating, you had stepped forward? What if instead of slowing down, you had accelerated? Fear only has power over you if you let it. The second you decide to use it as fuel, it becomes an asset instead of a limitation. The body reacts to fear and excitement in almost the same way. Your heart races, your breathing changes, your senses sharpen. The only difference is how the mind interprets it. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who choose to reframe fear as excitement. Instead of saying, I'm terrified, they say, I'm ready. Instead of saying, what if I fail, they ask, what if this changes everything? Fear will always be there. It never completely disappears, no matter how successful you become. But that's a good thing. If you are never afraid, it means you are not pushing yourself hard enough. It means you are staying in the same place, repeating the same safe actions, never stepping into the unknown. Fear is the ultimate sign that you are on the edge of something transformative. Most people wait for fear to go away before they take action, but the truth is, action is what makes fear go away. The moment you take that first step, the fear starts to lose its grip. The longer you wait, the stronger it becomes. The choice is simple. Let fear stop you or let it drive you forward faster than ever before. Most people think progress is made through slow, cautious steps, but that mindset is what keeps them stuck. Small steps create small results. If you want to create real momentum, you have to go all in. Massive action is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's not about dipping your toes in the water. It's about diving in headfirst with everything you've got. The reason most people never reach their full potential is that they approach their goals with hesitation. They start, stop, second guess, and move forward at a snail's pace. That kind of half-hearted effort never builds momentum. To create unstoppable force in your life, you have to break through that initial resistance with a level of action so intense that there is no turning back. Massive action forces the universe to respond. When you move with full force, you create a ripple effect that leads to opportunities, resources, and breakthroughs you never could have planned for. People take notice. Doors start to open, momentum builds, and suddenly what once seemed impossible becomes your new reality. The greatest mistake people make is believing they need to have everything figured out before they start. That mindset leads to paralysis. Massive action means starting before you're ready, making adjustments along the way, and refusing to slow down. Clarity comes from movement, not from waiting. Fear fades in the face of massive action. When you hesitate, fear grows stronger. But when you take relentless action, fear has no space to exist. You stop overthinking, stop doubting, and start making things happen. The more you act, the more confident you become, and that confidence feeds into even bigger actions. Most people quit because they never generate enough momentum in the first place. They take one step forward, face an obstacle, and then retreat. But when you take massive action, obstacles don't have the same power over you. You move so fast that setbacks become minor speed bumps rather than roadblocks. The force of your momentum keeps you going. When you commit fully, you eliminate the option of failure. You don't give yourself an escape route. You don't waste time wondering if it will work. You make it work. People who achieve greatness don't dabble. They immerse themselves completely. They burn the boats, remove the safety nets, and give themselves no choice but to succeed. Massive action leads to breakthroughs that slow action never will. A person who makes one sales call a day will struggle for years. A person who makes 50 calls a day will get results within weeks. A person who writes 1 page a month may never finish a book. A person who writes 10 pages a day will have a manuscript in no time. Success is a numbers game, and the more action you take, the more wins you create. Waiting for motivation is a trap. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. And the moment you start moving at full speed, your mind and body adjust. The energy kicks in. The fire ignites. What once felt difficult becomes second nature. Massive action rewires your brain to crave progress rather than avoid it. Most people aim for manageable effort. They set goals they think are realistic, but realistic goals create average results. The people who achieve the most in life are the ones who push beyond what is comfortable. They don't take baby steps, they take leaps. They don't try to win the race, they decide to own the track. The speed at which you move determines the speed at which you succeed. When you hesitate, progress is slow and results take forever. But when you attack your goals with massive action, the game changes. You start achieving in months what others take years to accomplish. You make progress so fast that doubt has no time to settle in. Massive action isn't just about working hard, it's about working with urgency, intensity, and an unstoppable drive. It's about breaking past the limits of what you thought was possible and setting a new standard for yourself. It's about proving to yourself and the world that you are here to dominate, not participate. Your mind is the foundation of everything you do. Every action, every decision, and every result in your life is shaped by the way you think. If you believe you're not ready, you'll hesitate. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll hold back. But if you believe you are ready today, right now, you will start moving with the confidence and urgency needed to create real success. Most people wait for permission. They wait for the right time, the right circumstances, or the right level of experience. But the truth is, success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who decide. The decision to believe in yourself is the first and most important step. When you shift your mindset from doubt to certainty, everything changes. Your mind is constantly shaping your reality. If you focus on limitations, you will always find reasons to stay where you are. But when you train your mind to focus on possibilities, opportunities appear everywhere. Your beliefs determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. The faster you rewire your mindset for success, the faster you will see it manifest in your life. Fear and self-doubt are nothing more than conditioned thoughts. You weren't born doubting yourself. You learned it from past experiences, failures, and the opinions of others. But just as those beliefs were created, they can be destroyed. Every time you challenge a limiting belief and take action despite it, you weaken its grip. Eventually, it disappears completely. Waiting until you feel ready is a trap. Readiness is not something you wait for. It's something you create through action. The most successful people in the world didn't start with perfect confidence. They started with the belief that they would figure it out along the way. They understood that growth happens through movement, not through waiting. Your thoughts are either fueling your progress or holding you back. The moment you replace doubt with certainty, your entire world shifts. When you tell yourself, I am ready now, you start acting like it. You stop procrastinating, you stop hesitating, and you start moving with purpose. That energy alone is enough to create unstoppable momentum. Every breakthrough in life starts with a shift in mindset. The person who believes they are capable will always outperform the person who doubts themselves, even if their skills are the same. Confidence is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. The more you reinforce this belief, the stronger it becomes. Success is built from the inside out. You can have all the tools, resources, and knowledge in the world, but if your mind is filled with fear and excuses, you will never use them effectively. When you rewire your mindset for success, you start maximizing everything at your disposal. You take bigger risks, make bolder decisions, and create results at a level most people never reach. Growth happens when you stop waiting and start believing. The moment you commit fully to your goals, your brain shifts from passive mode to problem-solving mode. Instead of seeing roadblocks, you see challenges to overcome. Instead of saying, I can't, you ask, how can I? That simple shift is the difference between success and stagnation. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but only if you control it. If you allow negative thoughts to dictate your actions, you will always find yourself stuck. But when you take charge of your thinking, you take charge of your future. The people who create massive success are not the ones with the fewest obstacles. They are the ones with the strongest mindset. Rewiring your mind is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Every morning you have a choice to fall back into old patterns of doubt, or to reinforce the belief that you are ready now. The more you condition your mind for success, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, confidence and action become your default state. The world will always reflect what you believe about yourself. If you see yourself as someone who is ready, capable, and unstoppable, your actions will follow. When your actions align with that belief, success is inevitable. Everything you need is already inside you. The only thing left to do is decide. Pain is inevitable, but the type of pain you choose will shape your entire life. You can choose the pain of discipline, the temporary discomfort of effort, sacrifice, and pushing beyond your limits, or you can choose the pain of regret, the lifelong suffering of knowing you didn't give your best. One pain strengthens you, the other weakens you. One is temporary, the other stays with you forever. Discipline is difficult in the moment. Waking up early when you want to sleep, putting in extra work when you feel exhausted, saying no to distractions when they tempt you. These choices are not easy, but they are the choices that create success. Every moment of discipline adds up, creating a version of yourself that is stronger, sharper, and more capable than before. Regret, on the other hand, is a slow, consuming pain. It doesn't hit you immediately. It builds over time, creeping in when you realize you've wasted years on hesitation, procrastination, and fear. It hits hardest when opportunities have passed, when doors have closed, and when you finally see what could have been if only you had taken action. Discipline is temporary pain that leads to long-term freedom. The pain of waking up early disappears when you achieve your goals. The pain of pushing through a workout disappears when you see results. The pain of staying focused disappears when your hard work pays off. But the pain of regret only grows stronger with time, deepening as you reflect on the things you could have done but didn't. People avoid discipline because they think it's too hard. They convince themselves that skipping the effort today won't matter. But small moments of undisciplined behavior add up, and before they know it, years have passed with nothing to show for them. Regret doesn't appear overnight. It sneaks up after a lifetime of choosing what's easy instead of what's right. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never feel pain. They are the ones who choose the pain that builds them. They understand that sacrifice is a necessary part of the journey. They embrace discipline, knowing that every ounce of effort they put in today will bring rewards in the future. They refuse to be victims of regret. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you take control of your future. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more. You strengthen your mind, build your resilience, and create habits that lead to success. The more you embrace discipline, the easier it becomes. Over time, what once felt painful turns into a source of power. Regret, however, leaves you powerless. It takes away your choices. It reminds you of the things you can no longer change. It fills your mind with what ifs and if only. It is the pain of knowing that you had the potential but didn't take the action. It is the pain of realizing too late that success was always within your reach, but you didn't reach for it. Choosing discipline means choosing growth. It means choosing to invest in yourself, to put in the work even when it's hard, and to refuse to settle for less than you are capable of. It means understanding that the pain of effort today is nothing compared to the pain of looking back on a life of missed opportunities. Regret is avoidable. Every single day you have the power to make choices that lead you away from it. You can choose to wake up with purpose. You can choose to take action instead of making excuses. You can choose to push through resistance instead of giving in to comfort. The more you make these choices, the less regret will have a place in your life. Discipline is a form of self-respect. It is a commitment to your future self, a promise that you will not waste the time, energy, and potential you have been given. It is an understanding that short-term discomfort is a small price to pay for long-term success. It is the ultimate act of taking control of your destiny. You will always experience pain in life, but the choice is yours. Will you suffer the pain of discipline, which makes you stronger, or the pain of regret, which leaves you wishing you had done more? The truth is, no one is coming to rescue you. No one is going to magically solve your problems or hand you the life you want on a silver platter. If you want to change your circumstances, it's up to you. The power to shape your future, to create your own destiny, lies entirely in your hands. Waiting for someone else to step in and make it happen for you is a recipe for disappointment. The world doesn't owe you anything. It responds to the actions you take and the choices you make every single day. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external factors, your upbringing, your current situation, your lack of resources, but those are all just excuses. The world is filled with people who have overcome far worse obstacles, who have come from nothing and yet have created incredible lives. Why? Because they took full responsibility for their own future. They didn't wait for the perfect conditions. They didn't wait for someone to give them permission. They acted, and that action created their destiny. Owning your destiny means accepting that you are the architect of your life. Every decision you make, no matter how small, is either building the life you want or steering you further from it. There are no neutral actions. There are no neutral days. Every minute counts. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow, and the only person responsible for those choices is you. You have to stop waiting for the circumstances to be perfect. There will never be a perfect moment to start, a perfect time to act, a perfect opportunity that falls into your lap. Life doesn't work that way. The people who succeed aren't the ones who wait for everything to fall into place. They are the ones who create their own opportunities by making bold moves, by taking risks, by moving forward despite uncertainty. They own their destiny because they understand that nothing happens without action. The path to success is not easy. There will be challenges. There will be setbacks. There will be times when it feels like the whole world is against you. But the key is not to avoid those obstacles, but to confront them head on. To take ownership of your reactions and your mindset. The more you embrace the struggle, the more you learn. The more you fail, the more you grow. When you own your destiny, you stop letting obstacles define you. You define yourself through how you respond to them. No one knows what's best for you except you. No one can live your life or make your decisions for you. It's your path to walk, your future to create. Don't let other people's opinions, judgments, or expectations dictate your choices. You are the only one who understands your true desires and goals. It's your job to make those a reality. If you don't take ownership, someone else will, whether it's society, family, or your own fear. Don't give away that power. Owning your destiny also means getting comfortable with discomfort. The life you want is not on the other side of easy. It's on the other side of hard work, discipline, sacrifice, and facing your fears. The people who create their own destiny don't shy away from the uncomfortable. They lean into it. They push through when things get tough. They refuse to quit, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. You must also learn to trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your vision, and trust that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. Self-doubt is one of the biggest roadblocks to success. If you don't believe in your own ability to make things happen, you will never take the bold actions necessary to create change. Trust in your potential, even when it feels uncertain. The more you trust yourself, the more you will push past fear and hesitation. In this life, the only thing you can truly control is yourself. You can't control the economy, other people's behavior, or what happens outside of your immediate influence. But you can control how you respond to life's challenges. You can control how much effort you put in. You can control how much you push yourself, how much you learn, and how far you're willing to go. When you take full ownership of your life, you stop blaming external circumstances and start creating the life you desire. Owning your destiny requires persistence and patience. There is no overnight success. There are no shortcuts. You must be willing to keep going even when things get hard. Every success story is built on the foundation of perseverance. When you choose to own your destiny, you are choosing a journey, not a destination. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to keep moving forward even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. Your destiny is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. Every day you are writing your story. Every action, every decision, every thought is contributing to the narrative of your life. You are the author of this story. You decide how it unfolds. Don't wait for the world to give you permission to go after your dreams. Own your life, take responsibility, and watch as you create the future you've always desired. The truth is, your destiny is in your hands. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else can create your future. If you want something, you have to go after it with everything you've got. The sooner you take full ownership of your life, the sooner you will begin to see the power you have to shape your own future. The best advice I can give you is simple. Stop waiting. Stop doubting and start acting, because your destiny is waiting for you to claim it.